But the two choices that we have are combats of athletics or a combat scenario.
Neither of which sounds very pleasant.
I mean, the riddle path, as long as we always get the correct answer, seems rather pleasant.
Exactly.
Except when we don't get the right answer.
Ambiguous questions like that, however, are not pleasant.
Well, it's not the quiz path, it's the riddle path, so...
I wonder how many stages are past it, though. Like, if that's just tier 1 of, like, several.
That is most likely the case. Which is why we might be allowed to come out, then try again, and continue. Going further in every time.
I would say that it is worth trying to continue pursuing that path, if we are able.
If nothing else, to find out if the questions have changed.
Well, we won't find out until we've already locked ourselves into that path anyway, and it won't tell us if it's the same riddle until we have already secured the door.
Maybe it will. Maybe that's part of the rules.
As if it were.
I suppose we can ask it. We'll have to pick the same path anyway if we have to. If you want to ask it. So, I'm willing to try it again.
Yeah, me too.
It's subtract one ration.
You know, sort of, Tempus sort of thinks in the combat and the athletics, and sort of he looks around at Leon and Dwohurim thinking about the athletics and goes, riddles.
Right, fucking athletics.
Leon isn't bad.
I'm the monkey boss, they said.
Leon isn't bad at athletics. Dwohurim
just imagines you go in there, locked door behind you, acid pit with like a thin line of rope ahead of you, and he's like, no. That's not happening.
It's probably something like that, yeah.
You have 10 seconds to hit this button.
At any rate.
Leon,
you don't even know what buttons are, man. Come on.
Leon, let me hit you. I'll need my momentum.
Daring
Daring outlaw!
Yes, you have buttons of that kind, not mechanical buttons.
It's like, Tempus has momentum. He's punched Leon and won the fight, so he has momentum to swap.
Regardless. It sounds like we sleep, let the dungeon reset, and go try again.
Yes, at midnight, as advertised, the dungeon does reset, and whenever you awaken the next morning and, knock or whatever, all these doors in here are closed, and they're not humming. And there is no creature standing there waiting for you.
And Tempest he sort of like closes the door and opens the door, see if the dungeon says hello again.
Unpleasant if the dungeon lied.
No.
There was a giant creature there. Leon, you should come with us.
Oh, he made a tent.
He wanted to drop a tent.
Oh, yeah. No one will know we're in here.
Everyone ready?
Sure.
Everyone agree on this one?
Yes.
Yep.
Now is definitely the time to time up if you are even doubtful.
As long as you keep answering the riddles.
Pushes you into the door.
Alright. The other doors of the paths, they click and a hum emits from them. Open the door. All evidence of you being here previously has been erased. And sitting there, upon the throne, is the hellhole treant snowman, its arms coiled within its lap.
Tempest goes, hello Frank. You have a really mean left branch on you.
I'm okay over here.
He can still hit us.
It doesn't matter where you stand, he still hits you.
You are returning to the puzzle room.
Yes, we enjoyed your company so much.
As a warning, the same rules apply, and these puzzles will be different. I think.
So be it. I mean,
So be it. We've
we already chose this
decided.
path. We have to wait like 24 hours again.
You would have to wait for the dungeon to reset. That is correct.
Well, we've already locked ourselves in on this one.
Well, the door itself is not locked behind you, although
We
it
can
will
leave.
be. Yeah.
The other door.
Yes. These other doors are closed and sealed. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, imagine like if we left, this door would still stay unlocked.
The door behind you then closes, clicks, and begins to hum. So be it. And this will actually be one that it does not have an orb for it. This one will actually be one that I just post in the chat.
Okay.
Go ahead and select it. And one of you can read that.
Alright. At the recent Full Moon Festival, 4 avid culturists were displaying their splendid birds. Overall, there were 4 colors, and each bird appeared in 2 colors. Mr. Green had a yellow bird. Mr. Yellow did not have a red bird. Mr. Red had a blue bird, but not a green one, whilst Mr. Blue did not have a yellow one. One person with a red bird also had a green bird. One person with a yellow bird also had a blue one. One of the persons with a green bird had no red. Neither of the persons with a yellow bird had a green one. No person had 2 birds of the same color, and no persons had the same 2 color birds. Furthermore, their names provide no clues. Can you tell who had which color birds? That's also another job for an Excel spreadsheet.
Well, yes, I have an Excel spreadsheet I'm making. What colours do we have? Yellow, red, green.
Well, we have 4 people, which are for ECK 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Well, they are Mr. Yellow, Mr. Green, Mr. Red, and Mr. Blue, I assume. And they each had 2 birds with 2 different colors.
And was there Mr. Red? Yeah. We have bird 1, and we have bird 2. They have 2 birds, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Total of 8 birds.
Right, so if this table here is for Mr. Who's the first one mentioned? Mr. Green.
Yellow bird.
We had a yellow one. Mark that.
Not have.
Right, just to say, so we know Mr. R has a blue bird. Also, no person with a yellow bird had a green one. So,
True.
I believe... damn.
That does help clean it up, though.
Mr. Blue did not have a yellow one,
There's a blue bird.
so he possibly has a green one. Mr. Green has a yellow bird. Oh wait. Okay. Mr. Green has a yellow bird. Mr. Red has a blue bird. We know those 2.
So, Mr. Yellow did not have a red one.
Okay. Mr. G definitely doesn't have a green bird. We know that one. Because neither of the persons that have a yellow bird have a green bird.
Okay, so Mr. Red had a Blue, but not green.
Mr. Yellow does not have a red bird.
Alright, so let's see here. We have a yellow one who has to also have blue. So if I add that to against that one, then I'm just gonna want to have red, green, red. She must then have green, blue, the last guy
Mr. Blue does not have a yellow one.
must then have red and yellow, right? There's a red, yellow plus green, red plus green, yes. There's, yes, and no yellow has a green. Alright, I think I figured it out.
Yeah?
Mr. Green must have yellow and red. Mr. Yellow must have green and blue. Mr. Blue must have red and green. And Mr. Red must have blue and yellow. At least in this way, all of the different things
You
are
said Mr. Blue must have what colors?
red and green.
Red, okay.
He cannot have yellow, is one of the things.
Yeah.
We know that someone has to have red and green. Mr. Red has blue and yellow, cannot have green. We know that someone has blue and yellow. Yellow cannot have red, he has green and blue. We know that somebody, there's no one who has yellow and green. I don't know if it matters, but there's also an equal amount of every color bird. No one has the same two colors.
I mean, if you think you figured it out, then...
I think I figured it out.
Usually these kinds of puzzles, as soon as you have something that just, explains everything, it's usually also correct.
Like, it doesn't format at all like I wanted it to. But
Use BR. Right
Yes,
out.
you would have to this isn't like format paragraphs. You have to use the code that you would in a macro, either like the paragraph or the BR.
you can understand this well enough, right?
Mr. Green is yellow and red. I got that. Mr. Yellow is green and blue. Because green can't share with red.
Like this?
I can follow Mr. Green. I get Mr. Green.
Yeah.
Or we could just double check. Let's see.
Sure.
Mr. Green had a yellow bird. Yes. Mr. Yellow did not have a red bird. Yes. Mr. Red had a blue bird, but not a green one. Yes. Whilst Mr. Blue did not have a yellow one. Yes.
Yes.
One person with a red bird also had a green bird.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Blue. One person with a yellow bird also had a blue one.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Red. One of the persons with a green bird had no red. That would be Mr. Yellow.
Yep.
Neither of the persons with a yellow bird had a green bird. Yes.
Yes.
No person had two birds of the same color. Yes. And no person had the same two color birds. Yes. Therefore,
Yes.
this is correct.
So none of them have fit that criteria. Yeah. The end criteria, that is.
This is definitely one valid solution to this, I would say.
Yep.
Manaki, take responsibility and say this is the answer.
This is the answer.
If that's what the group wants to agree to, that's fine with me.
Just
I
gonna get
think so.
smacked.
Okay.
Yes, I think that's the answer.
Dark.
It makes sense to me.
Okay. There is a pause, and then the door behind you stops humming and clicks open. That is correct.
So do you want to leave now?
No.
All right, fine. Then say you want another one.
Tempus will look around, judge everyone's faces first, in case anyone shines up.
Slight nod.
I mean, I wasn't one of the people who got punched.
Yeah, I think me and Thomas are okay with this.
You two
Another
should be.
leaf, please, sir.
This one will be on you two.
The hellhole treant snowman manages a small smile and says, "As you have been so determined, and I have enjoyed your puzzling, I will give you this one."
Tempus turns, looks at Hurim. Animals don't speak.
You shakes his head slightly. That's too simple.
They don't speak.
I'll go with whatever Thomas thinks.
There's two potential flaws I see in this. First of all, animals can't speak. Second
Yes.
of all, does the same refer to the same creature, the same being, or the same kind? Because in my out-of-character defense, the same has two different translations in German. There is no ambiguity there.
Okay, thankfully this isn't in German.
It should be.
The ghost looks up and begins speaking German. God damn it.
do you offer these puzzles in other languages?
Well, can we ask it for clarification?
I mean, it's not against the rules.
No.
It just may not answer.
I will not expound upon the puzzle. If you do not wish to provide an answer, you have earned the right to retreat without suffering the price of failure.
Well, I mean, it's a puzzle, right? It's not a riddle.
I am convinced.
So
that
if it's
they
a
don't
puzzle, then it
speak.
should have a mechanical solution.
No, I am think it's because it's like how many of Finn's animals can say the animals can say, as in the animals themselves say they're the same, and they can't because they can't speak.
That's a
is my
riddle,
answer
right?
is.
The riddle
That's-
answer.
I mean, riddle
not
was a kind of
puzzle answer.
a riddle was a kind of puzzle. So.
Could say that.
I'm locked in on that. We had two before. Originally, we had two. One, they couldn't speak, and the other that I can't remember what the other answer was. It was wrong anyway.
The answer we gave last time was they were the same.
I mean, the only two answers I can see to this puzzle is either all of them or none of them, and we tried one of those
But
two.
I mean, you can't just count them up and say, well, I mean, yeah. It would be weird, though.
We said like none of them originally.
What about the algebra idea that Griffin got suggested initially
That makes
before
no
Manaki
sense.
eviscerated it?
That makes no sense.
No. I retract that idea. That idea is not up for discussion.
So if I divide 6 cows by 5 cows,
You don't need to divide them. If you would do that, how many of Finn's animals?
it would be adding up the lesser of the two numbers, right?
Yeah, you would end up taking the 5, the 3, and
Which
the
is
3.
5, 3, 3, which is then like 11.
5, 3, 3? What?
Because
Oh, yeah.
because how many of Finn's animals can be Braddock's animals? Well, 5 of his 6 cows could be, 3 of his 4 pigs could be, and 3 of.
But like then they wouldn't have them, right? Finn
then they
Livestock
wouldn't be
wouldn't have
livestock
6 cows
merchants
if
if
they
they
were
were
also the other
sharing their
guy's
stock.
cows.
Well, they're 2 merchants of the same stock. They're both trying to sell it. You have 2
Then
people in a
wouldn't
shop.
they have exactly the same stock? You know, Gryph, I think you can answer this one.
Fine. Okay, you trusting me on this one?
No,
I'll
but
trust
go
you.
ahead.
The animals can't speak.
None of them?
The creature tilts its head a bit to the side. That is an incomplete answer. Continue.
So, none.
The animals. Tempus looks at the sign, just specific for the wording. The animals can't say they are the same animal as Braddock's. Or sorry, Finn's animals can't say they are the same animal as Braddock's because they can't speak. They can't say. They have no say.
So,
voice.
none. How many? None. 0.
So, 0.
And a pause. The creature untilts its head, and the door behind it stops humming and clicks. That is correct. You have successfully cleared this room.
Even though I completely failed on like the two other puzzles, like because I got them, I was the one who shouted that answer out originally. It's like, yay! I feel good. Now I feel better.
You are free to proceed, and will be able to travel through this room freely for the remainder of the day. But when the dungeon resets, these doors will no longer be open to you.
Alright, Thomas will take a toilet break. Be right back.
Tempus, in the meantime, will actually look up at the giant demonic snowman and goes, "Where did you learn to punch like that? Jeez.
I was created this way.
You got created in a powerful way. You knocked my gears all out of sorts. I applaud."
It was a pain to put back together.
Perhaps I shall see you on another day. And there is a popping sound, and the creature disappears.
Tempest looks at the giant throne.
Are you having visions of grandeur?
She just walks up and sits in it.
Yep, you said it, and it's pretty cold. Pretty cold.
Yeah. It's soothing on his gears.
Pretty fucking cold.
It's like an ice pack.
Yes. Like the entire throne was put in the freezer.
he sits on it for a wee while. And he's just like, "Oh, this might give frostbite to my skin. Better get up."
So Lord Malleator, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty happy that puzzle worked through. When he said incomplete answer, my brain took a blank. Or my, yeah.
I'm just happy that another one of us didn't get a punch.
Yeah, me too. Although I'm wondering, and he just sort of points to the door. The door is closed, but it's not humming. Am I right?
Yeah, the door's not humming.
I'm pretty sure. As soon as we open that door, Tempest points to the back. That door closes.
That seems to make sense, but what choice do we have?
He said we can freely pass, so...
And we have any choice we want, but and Tempest sort of walks up and jumps over the throne.
We hear him?
Wait for him. Yay!
See, I call him and he comes.
You missed the frozen throne.
Yeah, Tempest sat on the throne, it was like an ice pack.
God damn it, Gryph.
Why? Seriously, you gave me throne just out the freezer.
And push the door.
Okay. Unlike Tempus's idea, the door behind you does not close. You can see all the way back to outside. The door opens, revealing a small room with a spiral staircase, which leads downward. There are two other doors. Both of these, however, are humming.
To the second floor we go.
Alrighty.
I have made a new map available. Now would be the time for your breaks. This would be like the bandit hideout map. This will take a little bit for you to load. This is the largest map I have created yet for the 13th Age campaign.
37 pieces. Yes, it's kind of big.
Wow.
I mean, I have half them loaded already.
It's only one of the pieces that's a problem.
It's probably 26, no, 27.
At any rate, I am going to stop to step away to get something to drink. You can discuss while you're heading down the stone spiral staircase.
So, guys...
So which one of you actually thought animals can talk? You're not the Druid.
I mean, there are more mysterious things in this world than talking animals at this point.
Do you think we could have stood in the door and shot at that thing?
Tempus, didn't you see that the door's shut just as we were about to go?
I suppose.
As soon as we all left, it just slammed shut.
Good work with that riddle, though. I understood it as the same kind of animal.
In my mind, I was thinking just more the logic behind the sentence, not what it was actually asking.
Well, the only reason I was able to make that assumption is we had to before, and the fact that that was incomplete, to me, made sense of the other option. Rather than going further and deeper, why not be a bit more shallow?
Reasonably, Fargus could have spoken to a pig. I suppose I put too much faith in druids. Do you think we'll face more riddles down here? It seems like the paths came together.
It may be a case we get another choice.
When are we
Maybe
gonna
even
select?
3 completely different choices.
Equally?
Probably. It will probably be 3 different choices, though one of them still may be combat.
Sacrifice 1, get through. Sacrifice 2 to a lesser pain, get through. All suffer.
So, you know what would be an awkward time? Tempus turns
I
into
guess.
Tempus turns into a box down here would be the awkward bit that comes up.
Yeah.
I have the feeling I am not going to be turning into a box for the entire duration that we're here. I got a hell of a good sleep last night. I got like 12 hours sleep.
More sleep than I got, and I've been on holiday for ages.
The other kicker is I often need to get up at about 5:30 in the morning to go to work. So I mean, I could survive in 6 hours, right?
I got 3 hours sleep, then I went to uni for 4 hours, and then I got another 3 hours sleep.
I guess I got like 6 hours and then I went to uni. The trains run really crabbily right now, so it takes like an hour more than usual. Because like half of them are replaced with buses and there are never enough buses and just a mess.
Oh, are your like train conductors on strike as well?
No, not strike. It's some they're like emergency repairs and some things, and then
Okay.
a guy got hit by the train, and then like some problem with the tunnels and some train breaks. It's just a whole lot of stuff at the same time, which like the conductor's almost like having a good time with it because it's so crazy.
Mm.
You know, it's not often you get them just saying, I don't know what's going on, really. So, they're as surprised as anyone else.
We've had a remarkably large number of road accidents near us recently. It's been quite interesting.
They've been doing that big project as well, so that's taken a lot of time. Thank the gods for Google Docs. I could work from home.
Google Docs was so useful when I was doing like coursework.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't need to keep moving it back and forth between my laptop and the school computers. I could just have it in one, just keep connecting to the internet.
There's only a few weeks until exam time.
Don't make me think about that.
It's gonna be lovely.
Not for me.
I'm done loading 2 now.
I'm done.
We arrive down, we see empty blackness.
No, scroll to the south.
Oh, there we go. What's this?
Oh, sweet. They copied me in already. I like that.
Seize the night.
Yes, you eventually reach the bottom of the staircase. It's a similar looking construct. This is a hallway with a 10-foot high ceiling, and there are a number of signs posted, including one in front of you.
We welcome you to Hargus. We hope you enjoy your stay. Feel free to peruse our corridors. They are remnants of prior groups. You may keep their refuse. No adventurer has descended to the next level. Will you be the first? So we're in the belly of the beast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we are the first ones to be here.
So, are there remains of other adventurers?
No, probably in the rooms there are
Oh.
remains of the adventurers.
You're not the first to this level. No adventurer has descended to the next level.
We're free to pursue these ones, so I assume they won't close behind us.
We'll find out.
You know, that over there, the no laughing matter. Surely you jest. That one.
The scorching sands one I look at and it's like, huh, fire resistance. Probably magical though, it does nothing.
It doesn't sound like a nice time. If your feet burned. The night one just seems ominous.
You know, how many of you can see in
The
the
safest one, honestly.
I mean, by the fact it says remains of prior groups and no one's made it past the level, it's probably not the safest. I mean, none of them are going to be safe. So,
Yeah, there really is no laughing matter now, is it? I have no idea what any of these rooms mean, except maybe the Scorching Sands one might be, you know, athletics based.
Don't get cold feet.
I get a feeling the darkness one is we need to avoid the light at all possible. It's a skill test. The laughing matter, I get a feeling, is we need to come up with a joke.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Cold feet means that we shouldn't get afraid, right? If we pick that one, we have to just continue moving on. Like, maybe these are not literal. Maybe they are like metaphorical.
I think that was like
maybe I'm supposed to lose that one.
This one we get choices and we need to make them quickly, and they're hard choices, and we need to stick with them. We best not be like stuck. Like I think that's what that one is.
Oh,
Something
I kind of like the sound of that.
Something that could really like cause us to stop, and if we stop, we get punished, or we get punished the longer we take to choose a option. And the option could be to kill a baby or to kill an old person. It's like fuck.
You probably agree here. Do we go for the top goal, or do we go for the stuff other people dropped? Because whatever there's there, if other people dropped it where it is, then it's probably not the place you should go to.